So you're looking for a business loan and trying to understand what the rates are, and there's not a ton of information out there. So in this video, I'm going to explain a few things that you need to know and some things that most people don't ever explain or go over with you. And also at the end of this video, I'm going to share a trusted source of where you can go to check what rates you and your business may qualify for. So what's really tricky is there isn't just one blanket rate that's available to everyone and their business. What's really important to understand is that every business is different and every lender is different. So a few things to keep in mind. What you may qualify for at one lender, another business may qualify for something completely different. So lenders like to make up what rate they're going to charge you based on risk, and a number of things go into calculating that risk. From time in business, to industry type, to your personal and business credit score, to cash flow, and to many other things that they'll look at in evaluating your business. Also, that evaluation changes constantly. So what you might qualify for today, you may not qualify for a month or 6 months from now. So obviously, bank financing is always going to be the cheapest, but bank financing is always the hardest to get approved for. It's also the most time-consuming, and banks love to lend you an umbrella when the sun is shining. What I mean by that is banks are just going to want a ton of collateral and know that they're covered, so if something goes wrong, they can get their money back. The reality is most business owners don't have a ton of collateral available to offer to banks, so that's why getting financing at a bank is extremely difficult. Then there are SBA loans. SBA loans are actually government-backed loans, so the bank actually still funds the loan, but it's guaranteed by the SBA, basically by the government. So if you default, the government repays back a certain portion to the bank. So SBA loan rates are, right now, as I make this video, the prime rate is 5.5%. SBA loans and most bank loans are based on the prime rate. The prime rate has come up since the Great Recession. So right now it's at 5.5%, and most SBA deals are usually prime plus 1 to 3%. So let's just call it 2%. So right now an SBA loan, which is backed by a bank, is about 7.5%. And sometimes even a little bit higher right now. So that's something that you need to keep in mind. Another thing that no one really talks about, and everyone automatically thinks that an SBA loan is the best deal and lowest rate on the market. The rate is low, but it's amortized over typically a 10-year term for their working capital product, or if you're looking to buy real estate, over 25 years. On the working capital side, though, if you borrow $100,000 over a 10-year term at about 7.5%, your total repayment back to the bank over those 10 years is about $145,000. It's actually a lot of money. A lot of people don't talk about that or understand that, and they just focus on the rate. It's really important